Hey guys, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. Happy Saturday. Once again, we are under a snowfall warning for today, but I just wanted to take you through and show you the seedlings and how they're doing. So our corn is doing amazing. You can see that this is pretty much almost the entire tray has started to come up. Got to do some watering in here today. And then if I back up a little bit, we have our cucumbers that have started to come up. We've got our salad bowl lettuce, which really didn't take very long at all to start having any seedlings come up. That's amazing how fast that grew. And then over here, I'm trying to move as slow as I can so you guys can see. Here, these are actually blanket flowers. I don't know if you've ever tried growing these. You can see what the seed looks like there. I'll try and move in as close as I can. They're kind of cool looking. So they've begun to grow, and they're called blanket flowers. They come in many, many different colors, but they are beautiful. And then our pomegranate lettuce. So this is going to be a burgundy lettuce. That has come up amazing. So in this tray here, guys, this is the celebrity tomatoes that are just starting to come up, and we've put 2, sometimes even 3 in one cell because what I'm finding is sometimes if the seeds are weak, you always have to sort of double it up a little bit. And I think we're going to be probably sharing some of these. And I'm just going to get really closer here. We've got a soybean that's popped up. You can see here, the Takaro soybean. And then this guy here, finally, he's come up. This is a spoon tomato. So a spoon tomato is a very, very small micro tomato. You could probably get 10 or 20 of these tomatoes in one spoon, just on a teaspoon. They're that small. So they're probably about the size of a blueberry, and that's the reason for the name, spoon tomato. And then one of my favorite herbs, so our summer savory, has finally started to come up. Our red ripper cowpea. And then of course here we have our broccolini. And here our cave beans have popped up. Yes, they're called cave beans. What else do we have here? Let's see. Oh, of course, barley has come up now. Some of the cauliflower has sort of drifted over, into another cell, but that's okay. And some black sesame is starting to come up. Our contender beans are really taking off. They're really happy here. So we're going to be transplanting these out now, most likely into a pot, and we're going to still sit it in here and let them get a little bit bigger. Like I said, we're still getting a snowstorm. It's unbelievable. It's the winter that won't quit. And we've got some onions. I just planted some more tomatoes on the left-hand side there. Of course, they're not up yet. And then here is our spinach. So our spinach has finally started to really take off. So it's happy in here. And yes, I will be transplanting these. I always start my spinach off in cells, and they do just fine. And I like it because I can actually put them wherever I want. Some more beans. Oh, and our Turkish watermelon has started to come up. So I planted some, like I said, some Turkish watermelon. I planted some last year. It was amazing. They are probably the size of a softball, so it's sort of a one-serving watermelon, but man, are they good. Then we have honeydew. We have a black, so the first one that's actually come up, we have a black sweet pepper that's coming up. And these long strands here, that is cumin. Okay, and then this guy here is all of these tomatoes here are called the delicious tomatoes. So you guys remember when we planted those. Now these tomatoes, like I said, are supposed to be over 2 pounds. So I'm really looking forward to that. We'll see how that goes. And then of course here we have our chocolate cherry sunflowers. So these are, here's the seed is actually falling off here. There we go. I should say the husk, not the seed, but this is our chocolate cherry sunflower. I can't wait to plant those. More tomatoes. And then this here, these are our what's called a sacred blue bean. So when you crack open the pod, they're almost a beautiful sort of navy blue, which is actually cool. And here we have our succotash beans. I'm gonna take a quick walk out to the greenhouse before the snow really hits, and then we'll take a look in there. Pretty cool. Crossing my fingers that spring is just around the corner. So I thought I'd just bring you into the greenhouse today really quickly. Like I said, we're just about to get a snowstorm, and next week overnight, there's a couple of nights that are gonna be minus 20 Celsius overnight. So as you can see, my flats are over there on the table. So I'm going to be turning the heat mats on underneath them, but everything's looking great. I just want to examine the trays and see if anything's popped up because I haven't actually been in here for a few days. So the great part about this place is it kind of just looks after itself. You plant your seeds and water it a little bit and walk away. So let's see the trays. All right, let's see what we got in the first. Let's see if anything's actually germinated. Look really close. Let's see. Oh, yeah. We've got some. What is this? What did I plant in here? You can see we've got little seedlings that are beginning to come up here. And this is what's called a Merlot loose leaf lettuce. I have to actually double check and see what I've planted. Lettuce is super easy to grow. So, you know, it's going to germinate and do its thing. But I definitely do need to put some water on this stuff. Let's see what else here. Not really expecting too much, but you never know. Oh, look at this. Okay. So here we've got fenugreek. If anybody ever cooks with that or drinks it as a tea, that's what we have coming up. Definitely need some heat mats on these. So all the way down in here, we've got our broccoli. That's starting to germinate. I'm really surprised that there's so much germinating in here because it wasn't necessarily too warm this week. Oh, here we go. Peas. Lots of peas germinating. Okay. Anything in here? Nope, not yet. Anything in this one? Nope. Anything in here? Oh, so this is my calendula. And we only planted, I think, the calendula maybe, I'm going to say a week ago, I'm thinking, but you can see the calendula seeds. These are my pink calendula seeds, but if you look really closely, if I can just get it closer for you, you can see that it's actually starting to germinate a little bit. So what they desperately need right now with the cold temperatures overnight is a little bit of heat. So that's what I need to do with these. But everything is germinating in here despite how chilly it is. I can be in here in a t-shirt. So anything that's cold tolerant, like the peas and the lettuce and the onions, that kind of stuff will do well. But we need to just put these on some heat mats. So that is what I'm going to do. Ooh, the wind is really starting to pick up. All right, let's get our... Hear my greenhouse creaking? That's how strong the wind is outside. It is blowing in a good storm. Okay, so our heat mats are now turned on, and now I'm just going to put the trays on. So the new heat mats that I actually have on the table in the other room are heat mats that span the entire length of the table. So the new heat mats I have are commercial seedling mats. They span about 4.5 feet through the whole table. So it's kind of nice. You don't have to individually, do a tray per each mat. You basically roll it onto the table here, put all your trays on, and you're good to go. And I really like that. And I'm thinking that's my favorite new That is my favorite new tool for this year, is just having one long seedling mat as opposed to having, multiple different seed mats. So if you get an opportunity to maybe look for one, they are super handy. I think I'm just going to put them like this, where they actually sit. You can do two this way as opposed to just doing one individual. I'm going to squeeze this guy in here. There. And now I'm able to squeeze all four of the trays where I need them to be. I'm going to water them a little bit, let them sit and keep warm in the cold weather that we're still having. So all in all, we've taken our trays there. We've left 3 because those are cold tolerant. We've put the tomatoes and everything on heat mats back there, and just wanted to sort of give you a quick tour through the greenhouse and show you what I'm doing today. Going to head on up to the house because I can hear the storm blowing in. The wind is getting worse. And it is a little bit chilly today to be in here in a t-shirt. We've been super busy here planting seeds. I've got, I don't know, I'm going to say probably about 400 micro tomatoes that I've got to plant, going back inside to do that. That's my Saturday, guys. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them below. Thumbs up, and see you soon.